who benefits from offshore energy exploration? You do, actually. Let's face it, offshore platforms aren't warm and cuddly, and it's easy for people to paint scary scenarios about what might happen if drilling is allowed offshore in states like South Carolina. But oil rigs have been around for decades. In fact, there are more platforms already operating in the United States than there are Best Buy locations. Here's how it all works. First, ships are sent out to detect oil resources using sound waves to provide an accurate picture of what's miles below the surface. If resources are found, states can work together with the federal government to lease out the area and share in the profits that are generated. This creates a huge new source of money that can fund important local priorities like schools, roads, first responders, even conservation efforts. But won't residents and tourists see oil platforms from South Carolina's beach? No. In fact, drilling would take place at least 50 miles offshore. That's further than driving from Columbia to Sumter. Research shows that rigs themselves serve as great artificial reefs for fish and other sea creatures, something that could benefit South Carolina's fishermen. But the real benefit to South Carolina isn't what happens on the water, it's what happens back on land. New research from the Palmetto Promise Institute shows that offshore energy exploration would bring up to $2.7 billion in new investment in the state's economy over the next 2 decades. It would also create 46,000 new jobs, not just on oil platforms, but also in small businesses across the state. More oil and gas production helps keep prices low on things like gas, food, and utilities, meaning more money in your pocket. That's a lot of good reasons for politicians in Washington to support Atlantic offshore drilling and for our state to take advantage of this offshore opportunity. To learn more, visit offshoreopportunity.com.